I'm upping the stakes of the classic nothing to a knife CS2 challenge. Starting with a weekly drop worth $1.33, we'll do profitable trade ups until I can attempt a contract for one of the most iconic skins in the entire game, the Karambit Blue Gem in Factory New. We kick off with a contract featuring stat track skins from the Shadow and Fever cases. We actually did a similar trade up a few weeks back, but this time we're aiming for minimal wear outputs. It took a bit of back and forth, especially as I had to decide whether overpaying for lower float fluxes was cheaper than lower float filler skins. I started out with Revolution fillers such as the UMP Wild Child, but ended up going for the UMP KO Factory instead as it offered up better overall returns. Our first contract ended up as 3 G3SG1 Flux with quite a bit of float variation actually, alongside 7 UMPs at roughly 0.1. We could potentially get another USPS kill confirmed, but the Golden Coil and Print Stream would also be in the green. 30% chance for the Shadow collection on this first trade up. This could be absolutely insane to kick things off. We managed to hit that kill confirmed once before. Can we do it again? In 3, 2, 1. Ooh. That is a big loss right there. SkinSwap is giving you a skin worth up to $50 entirely for free when you complete your first trade using the link in the description. If you want to upgrade your loadout, you can trade your skins for brand new ones in just a few clicks. Plus, their market tab now includes the cheapest offers from Chinese marketplaces, so you can access the best skin prices without needing a Chinese ID or bank account. You can deposit using card, Cash App, or crypto, and if you ever want to cash out, SkinSwap makes it easy with instant sell to PayPal, Venmo, or crypto. They also run free daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways, and every completed trade earns you extra chances to win. Use the link below to claim your free skin worth up to $50 and receive a 3% lifetime sales bonus. Thanks again to SkinSwap for supporting the channel. Our next stop is actually the glove collection, and it's honestly pretty rare to find a profitable combination using these skins. TradeUp Labs suggested combining 3 P250 Visions in field tested with 7 well-worn Shallow Graves under 0.42 float. However, based on prices at the time, this wasn't actually profitable. So instead, I decided to get rid of the Visions entirely and also decrease the floats of the P90s. With a bit of trial and error, I realized that if I could get the Dragonfire under the minimal wear threshold, I could make it profitable overall. Ultimately, I ran out of P90 skins at a viable price point, so I included a couple of sawed-off Wasteland Princess, but had to be careful as their float range is slightly different than the Shallow Grave. Our final contract cost us about $104, and we have a 50-50 between the SSG and M4. Although both look profitable here, we'd probably lose a few dollars on the buzzkill after fees, so the Dragonfire is the real goal. We've got 2 glove collection contracts lined up here. You know what we're after. Let's see that SSG Dragonfire now. All right, let's go, boys. Helping us claw back a little from that first catastrophe. Can we go for 2 in a row? Another Dragonfire? Yes, we can. That's huge. Big win right there. We return to an old friend with this next contract, and whilst we've attempted trade-ups for the M4 Emperor in the past, I had never found such a cheap variation as today. I started by playing around with well-worn inputs, but quickly realized I could probably include some Battle-Scarred skins as long as the adjusted average remained under 0.38. This let me bring down the overall cost, so I added some orgs around 0.6 float for just $5.15, whereas the other well-worn options were selling for around $5.50. Not a huge difference, but that's a couple dollars saved per contract, bringing our profitability to 112%. Back with the org momentums, my friends. I've had, let's just say, a checkered pass with these before, but okay. Please, Gaben. M4A4 Emperor. Attempt number 1. Boom! I actually hate this 5-7. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just wish it didn't exist sometimes. Okay, number 2. Please do not show me another angry mob. Alright. Very nice. 1-1 right now. Can we push it in our favor? Yes! Yes, we can. Nice. Let's keep this going. Next up, we're taking a look at a couple Fracture case skins in addition to P250 Asimovs from the Chroma 3 collection. But spoiler alert, this combination is going to change significantly by the time we reach our final trade up, so let me show you how that happened. The P250 Asimovs were simply too expensive at the time I was looking, pretty much making the contract break even overall. So I tried to see if I could just fill out the entire contract using the XM Entombed it originally suggested. This improved the profitability slightly, but not by much. So I played around with different collections and a varying number of fillers from collections such as Revolution, Snakebite, and Fracture, but found the highest profitability actually came from using Dead Hand skins. This resulted in a contract that now used 4 XM Entombed, 1 Kintsugi, and 5 Death Gazers. Plus, with an 80% chance to profit and an overall profitability of 113%, this was much better than the original suggestion. So it just goes to show, playing around with real listings can actually make a huge difference. We've got an 80% chance here, so as long as we don't see that 8k, we will be looking great. Let's go for it then. Perfect. Nice and simple there. I'm giving away the brand new Glock Ghost Protocol in field tested this month. For your chance to win, simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. I'll pick the winner August 31st. Good luck. I really think I lucked out on finding our next combination. CS Delta suggested using 10 StatTrak Mach 10 Discotheques in low float battle scarred to go for the well-worn M4A1S Player 2. However, when I was actually checking the recent sales and saw that the well-worn M4 had awful liquidity, I decided I might as well just go for battle scarred skins, which would also let me use any inputs I could find as the floats didn't matter whatsoever. And what do you know, there were literally pages of Mach 10s all at $4.50 on SkinSwap, so I just decided to buy them all. That means we've got 6 of these contracts lined up. $45 exactly each, and about $5 profit on each one, as long as the market doesn't crash too much over the next week. Look at all the Mach 10s, it's beautiful. Seeing as it doesn't really matter what we get here, I won't waste your time with commentary, let's make some money. Last week, I shared several profitable ways to trade up to the new Armory collections, Spytech, and Arabesque. And having some buy orders still set up from back then, I was able to fill out a couple more of them with the exact same setup. It's super simple, with 5 of the new skins around 0.2 float, and 5 Genesis collection fillers around 0.1. If we can hit any of the new Armory skins, we'll be in the green. Probably not the smartest decision to do these trade-ups this week, seeing as the skin prices have fallen a bit. But hey, if we're able to hit the new collection skins, we'll still make a profit. Let's see it then. First one. Spiral Glitch. Okay. Man, I really do love this skin. Super unique and so clean. Second contract. Only Arabesque skins this time around. Can we go again? Man, you guys don't know this yet, but I've got another trade up video coming soon, and my luck there has been absolutely abysmal. Apparently I'm using it all up over there. Anyway, that's a spoiler. Last one then, surely not 3 in a row, right? Mirror Mosaic. Okay. Things are getting serious now, as we are about to attempt the most expensive contract of the series, and if this hits, we should be in position to go for our ultimate goal. We're after 10 SSG Parallax from the Broken Fang case. I don't think I've ever used these skins before, as they've always been extremely expensive at all rarities, but if we're able to find some around that 0.055 mark to keep all outputs in factory new, we'll have a chance at the 5.7 Fairy Tale selling for nearly $300. Trying to squeeze every last dollar possible by increasing the input floats, I eventually settled on this contract. As you can see, the 5.7 would have a 0.0699 float right on the edge of the factory new threshold. The inputs cost a total of $173, so let's see what happens. The most expensive contract of the series, by far. Probably shouldn't be taking this much risk right now, but hey, we'll absolutely blow our goal of $550 out of the water if we are able to hit that Fairy Tale. 30% chance of a big win, 30% chance, break even. 30%. Actually, let's not think about it. Hey, this sticker craft and charm actually look insane on this skin. That's a super nice match actually with the colors. Just let me detach this charm real quick. I probably make like $10 to $15 a week just reselling charms from the skins I use in trade ups. Pretty crazy actually. But yeah, here we go then. Make or break moment. Please. 5-7 in 3, 2, 1. Cybersecurity. All right. Hey, at least it wasn't a USPS. That's fine. I will take that. We are so close. We just need one contract to come through here, and our next stop is the OG Arms Deal 3 collection. The only collection to exclusively feature pistol skins, actually. We're after CZ Auto Crimson Webs around the 0.12 float, and because of its 0.06 to 0.8 float range, this actually scales to effectively act as 0.04 factory new inputs. The titanium bit seems to be the target of a pump recently, as its price has soared from about $20 to nearly $80 in just a few weeks, and this is really a difference maker in turning this unprofitable contract into a profitable one. For a $53 trade up, we'll have a 50-50. The heirloom is really what we're after, but the titanium bit would be fantastic as well. However, if we see either of the other pistols, we'll take a big loss. We are after that Desert Eagle heirloom or Tech 9 titanium bit. Another 50% chance. They've been treating us well this series, I think, so let's see if we can hit it one last time. Here we go. Desert Eagle. Desert Eagle heirloom. What an OG skin, man. Look at that thing. It's barely a skin, but wow. All right. Well, you know what that means, my friends? It's time. As I explained a few episodes back, factory new inputs alone do not suffice. For instance, if I put in 5 factory new Orc Chameleons with a 0.069 float, the Karambit Case Hardened would actually come out in minimal wear due to its float cap. Based on earlier searches, it seemed like the inputs I required would be around the $130 mark. However, I think I just got lucky, and SkinSwap actually had 3 P2000 Fire Elementals around the 0.03 mark at $102, $103, and $105 respectively. What a steal. And then because these floats were quite a bit lower than I was even looking for, I was able to fill it out with 2 Orc Chameleons at 0.04 and 0.05 floats. One from CS Float and one from CS Money. Let's do this. Alright guys, this is it. The final contract of the series, going for a Karambit Blue Gem. 5 inputs, total cost of $494.35. Only roughly 25% chance to profit here at these prices. However, that isn't taking into account any potential overpay for case hardened or high fade percentage patterns, for instance. So in theory should be a little higher than that. Taking a look at some of the outcomes then, we are going to have a 1.54% chance at hitting that Karambit case hardened in factory new. The float 0.0698, cutting it very close as we always do. But that would be absolutely insane. That is the dream. That is what we're here for. However, I would not complain. Karambit Fade is in here. Karambit Slaughter. What an OG knife as well. I don't think I've ever had one of those in my inventory. Yeah, a ton of sick knives. M9 bayonets here as well, of course. I've got a bad track record of hitting some of these awful outcomes when I name them. So we're not even going to talk about any of the things down here, but whew. Here we go then, my friends. Heart is pounding. Operation Vanguard. P2000 Fire Elementals. And 2 Phoenix Collection Org Chameleons. There it is, my friends. Our final contract, $500. If you've enjoyed the series, please leave a like, share it with your friends after the video, and keep an eye out for the next one. But here it is. Final trade up for the Karambit Blue Gem. Pattern number 387. Here we go. Let's count it down. This could be the most insane trade up I have ever done. We're going in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. What? Oh! It's not possible. It's not possible, guys. Gut knife blue steel?